If you start eating the snack, sweets, chips, whatever it is, and then you are not able to stop until they are gone, it's not because you're broken. There are two reasons for it, and both of them are very, very fixable. Reason number one is setup. If you're under eating, if you're stressed, if you're sleep deprived, if you are forcing yourself to be good throughout all day, eating only things that you are allowed to eat, not the things that your body wants for survival, for functioning, then your brain is in a scarcity mode. What I mean by that is that your brain doesn't know when the food it wants will be available next. So every time it sees the food, it gives you a bunch of reasons why you should give it a try. If you're on a diet and you're not allowing yourself to have a chocolate cake, and it sits in your kitchen counter, you're gonna walk through it several times. You will be able to push through it, but then one day you will look at it and you'll be like, it's been a week. I have been doing great. I already lost weight. I can give myself a cheat day. Let me have one tiny bite. It's not gonna do anything. You will try it. You will end up having a binge episode. Then you will feel guilty about it. Then you will create more restriction diet. Then you will create more restrictive diet. Now that diet doesn't allow you to have chocolate cake nor bread. Now there's two things in your household or in your environment, not necessarily house, but in your environment, which you're not allowed to have. And now it takes twice of a willpower, twice of a discipline, twice of the work to not eat them again. And then one day you will give yourself permission and do that again. And the same cycle will happen. Why those moments happen when you give in and you allow yourself to have food? You had a bad day. You were very stressed. So you're allowed to yourself to have a cheat day. You have been sleeping very bad. You've been sleeping 2-3 hours. You're agitated all the time and you don't have willpower anymore to push through it. You have been starving. You are hungry all the time. So allowing yourself to have a cheat meal ends up being something that becomes a binge eating episode. And it is not pleasant. I know, I've been there. I've done it hundreds of times, but unfortunately, that's the reality. So fix one will be to reduce the deprivation feeling you're feeling throughout your nutrition. It doesn't mean that your nutrition has to be perfect. It means for you to add things or take away things that will make it easier for you to not feel food deprived. Reason number 2 is environment plus autopilot. Eating from bags, eating while scrolling, eating while you're talking to someone. When you're matching eating with something that makes you entertained, you're not able to feel the food. First of all, you're not able to remember how much you had, so it disappears without you understanding where it went. You creating these automatic eating habits, not creating, but you already have one. We have automatic eating habits, and they are reason number 2 why environment, why this autopilot is what keeps us stuck and why we cannot stop eating once we start. How to fix it? Portion it, plate it, make it a full experience. Like, don't eat in front of the kitchen counter when you're standing. Like, sit down, create the plate for yourself, plate it beautifully, use the cutleries you like, use the cup you like, make it an experience. Like, maybe change the lights. Food has to become something that is an experience, because it will create the entertainment without you getting distracted and forgetting to think about food. Like, that's what I want. Basically, the fix will be to make sure you're not getting distracted when you eat. And for that to happen, first of all, you have to be able to see the volume of food you're eating. So if you're eating from the box, you don't notice what's the volume until it's gone. So you don't, like, your brain doesn't really register how much food you had, so it doesn't know if it was enough for you to not feel hungry anymore. If you're getting distracted, you don't taste it. If you don't taste it, you don't know how much food you had. Again, if you're already in the mid process of being in an autopilot, like you're already watching something and eating at the same time, and you noticed, stop for 10 seconds. Just stop. Then change the location. If you're eating from here, move a little bit, even moving a little bit, just a tiny bit, like 10 centimeters is enough. It's fine. Then decide, do I want to keep eating? Am I still hungry? No. Maybe I am. If I am, I'm continuing eating. If my answer is no, then what am I feeling right now? What is the feeling that comes up? Oh, I'm bored. I would like to have an entertainment. So instead of using food as an entertainment, I'm gonna go and play video games. I'm gonna go and read my book. I'm gonna call a friend and have a little bit of a chat. Bunch of ways you can move away from food without feeling the physical deprivation from food, because you already had enough. You are not hungry anymore. But you're also giving yourself the entertainment it needs, not as a form of food, but as a form of something else which fulfills the exact same meaning, but in a different way. Replacing food with something else is very helpful beginning steps, how you can start with the recovery, and with more recovery, more awareness comes, and with more awareness, you're creating more tools. Or you can also use all the tools I have. For that, you can join my free community, which will be linked in the description. I will be very happy to see you there, sharing your experience or just checking out what are the people experiencing, so you can have this safe space where you can talk about weight loss, talk about emotional regulation, and just recovery from the binge eating or overeating. I hope this series were interesting for you as it was for me to record. And if you have not seen first 6 parts, I know it sounds crazy, but they are short videos. You got this. It's not gonna take you long to watch all of it. There are a bunch of tools how you can start working on your emotional eating recovery, how you can start working on your binge eating recovery or overeating recovery, and start losing weight without having to be on this restrictive diets which make binge episodes even worse. So it was great seeing you throughout this series. I will be seeing you soon again with not the series but a different video.